Sa ikalawang bahagi ng Balitaan sa Rembrandt, February 6, 2015, atin pong maririnig ang mga gawain ng mga dating nanunungkulan at mga professional sa ating bayan. At ang mga panauhing magsasalita ay sina Attorney Jose Malvar Villegas, Attorney June De Leon, Rusty Salazar, Congressman Jing Paras, at ang co-host ni Dr. Eric San Juan, Mike Abe, Presidente ng Liga ng mga Broadcasters.
Alam ninyo, si General Mendoza, siyang advisor ng Citizens Crime Watch sa pamumuno ko on intelligence and anti-organized crime. It appears that the government now is an organized crime. And we need anti-crime organization like the Citizens Crime Watch as a solution. And then that's the reason why the Citizens Crime Watch on February 22nd is going to organize a motorcade, anti-terrorism motorcade, because we believe that to remember EDSA, you must not only look into its political implication, but the incursion of the organized crime syndicate in government. Kami po nila General has been involved in so many anti-crime campaign. As a matter of fact, I'm sad to say that General Rene de Villa and myself as President of the Lapiang Manggagawa, we organized the Reforma LM in 1998, and later on was one of the leaders of the EDSA 2 to be able to destroy allegedly organized crime under ERAP. And through the help of labor and the military and the police, we succeeded in EDSA 2. We were able to dismantle what was allegedly an organized crime, only to usher another organized crime headed by Gloria Macapagal. Now, we have allegedly a presidential anti-organized commission headed by Ochoa, which instead of campaigning against organized crime, has organized crime itself. From what you've heard from the general, it's very clear that the methods being now implemented by government are those that are being done by the mafia and other criminal syndicates in other countries. And that's the reason why I look into the sacrifice of my grandfather and the other heroes of the past. My grandfather, General Miguel Malvar, was the last general to surrender and was the head of the revolutionary government during the Philippine-American War. And that's the reason why I look into the sacrifice of my grandfather and the other heroes of the past. My grandfather, General Miguel Malvar, was the last general to surrender and was the head of the revolutionary government during the Philippine-American War. Wala na pong ginawa si Malvar kundi labanan ang mga putik. At ako po, the only descendant left of a national hero who is still in the forefront. I believe that ang kalaban ko pa rin ay mga putik. And as long as may nakikita kong putik na kalaban, hindi po tayo titigil hanggang magkameron tayo ng tunay na katayaan. Ang katotohanan po rito is when the so-called Million March against Pork Barrel that was started 2 years ago on August 25, which is National Heroes Day. Tayo lang po sa mga descendants ng mga national hero ang dumating. At sabi ko po doon sa 300,000 who attended, na pag hindi ihinabla ni Laila de Lima, yung mga tulisan ng mga senador at mga congressmen, within a certain period of time, ang citizens crime watch sa maghahablit sa mga yan. And that's exactly what I did. I beat the gun on the Department of Justice. Right here, when I announced that I'm filing a case against 5 senators and 23 congressmen. And I'm very grateful to Eric for having given me the chance to announce it right here. And true enough, 5 senador at 23 congressmen. At when Napoles, in his added affidavit, identified 100 congressmen and 18 senators, again, I was the one who exposed the names also here in this room. So, yun po ang revolusyon ng mga Malbar ngayon. Hindi po tayo pumapatay ng tao katulad ng grandfather ko who caused the death of 40,000 Americans during the Philippine-American War. Ang problema po ay si Malbar ay sumurrender sa Amerikano. Ako po, isa doon sa mga kalaban ni Malbar, a certain Jesse Pascal, who was a captain in the cavalry of the Americans, stayed in the Philippines after the Philippine-American War, got married in the Philippines, and captured the granddaughter, captured the grandson of General Malbar. Kasi napangasawa ko po.
Okay.
Kaya si Malbar sumurrender sa Amerikano, ako po sumurrender sa Amerikana. Ang problema po ay nakalaya na si Malbar from the clutches of colonialism. When I go home, I'm still under the imperialist rule. But that is joking aside. Kasi kung hindi mo gagawin sa biruan itong mga nangyayari sa atin na kawalang yaan, masisira ulo mo. Mabuti sana kung pareho tayo nung isang member ng Congress, kahit na nasisira ulo, sometimes kailangan natin. Kasi kung walang mga sira na katulad noon, walang guts na magsabi ng katotohanan. The point here is that's why I'm here with my friend, Secretary General of the Movement Against Dynasty, sapagkat ultimong barangay is now under dynasty. Ang kapital, ang asawa niya, ang kabit niya, at lahat na...
KB.
Oo, at pati KB, kaya yung KB is the school for future corrupt officials. Kaya dapat talaga wag na ibalik. Diyan tinuturuan ng kapitan kung paano magnakaw ang mga between 16 to 18-year-old.
SK.
Diyan natututuran lang. Kaya tingnan ninyo yung mga pinailan ko ng plunder cases, many of those were former SK. Doon sila nag-training. Isa na yung kaibigan natin, hate to say, but he was SK, that's why he's now facing a plunder case on the water work. So,
yung mga Alforez ni Napoles, puro SK yun.
Oo, yung mga Alforez, puro SK. Oo, maniwala ka. Talagang,
bago ka napunta kay Napoles yun, mga Alforez ni Jok-Jok Volante yun. Puro SK yun.
Kaya, because that is school for corruption. Eskwela ng korupsyon. Kaya SK. So, that's why we have to get out and really move fast on this. Kaya ako masaya kasama ko itong Matt, and then kasama ko si Rusty, the great Carlos Salazar, the only one who came from the screen that is a real hero. Hindi lahat na galing sa screen, real hero lamang. Ito real hero.
This portion is brought to you by
Ultra Pure Water Purifier. Samantala sa inyong lahat na gusto ng malinis na tubig, direkta sa inyong mga gripo, narito na ang Ultra Pure Water Purifier. Matipid na, garantisadong malinis na tubig ang hatid pa.
Quick updates lang. Merong proposed law bill sa lower house is in the plenary now for debate and discussion. We don't know the timeline. In the Senate, merong proposed bill on anti-dynasty at the committee of Senator Coco Pimentel. He promised he will report it out to the plenary this February. So, MAD and some group are part of the technical working group. Hopefully, an anti-dynasty would be passed in time for 2016 elections.
In the capacity of a citizen of the Republic, who is now 85 years old, passing grade na ito. Nakita tayo 35 years ago. I was only 50. But I would like to thank you for acknowledging my presence and the good general here who gave a lecture and a pragmatic approach towards intelligence, and my very good friend, General Manuel Villegas. Ang observasyon ko kasi sa buhay ko, kapag may problema ako, when I have a problem, I get away from the forest of problems. And I'm now saying that there is a litany of problems that we have to be very, very aware of. But we must analyze the gravest problem that's confronting the country. I'd like to pass that analysis and evaluation, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, ha? Kasi I consider the Mama Pasano massacre as one of the top 4. But to me, I hope you agree with me, the good general, the gravest problem that ever confronted this nation is its capacity to be indifferent and apathetic, especially our president and all that he stands for, allowing China to grab and bully us and grab our lands, struggling, mischief land, Kalayaan and everything. This is a God-given property to the Filipino people. We should not allow that. Ang nagsasabi sa kanila, sagot po, abay, paano naman tayo? Wala tayong dapat sa inchik. Marami sila. Ang aking nasa ulo, sabi ko, Lord, ano ba ito? Are we now cowards? Are we going to give back to a country who has never won a war? Historically speaking, hindi sila nanalo kahit anong gera. Inukupahan sila. Pero ang Pilipino, ako po ay nagliliwala sa katapangan ng Pilipino. Umpisahan mo kay Lapu-Lapu, hanggang kay Rizal, hanggang kay Bonnie Serrano, hanggang dito sa 4 na po ng mga kaluluwang nawala. Matatapang po tayo. Pero ang ating po presidente, ewan ko po kung ano po ang tawag ko sa kanya. If you can fall, your ears are soundless and you put your palms around it because you do not like to listen. You do not like to use your sense, the sense of vision. As a president, you should visionize so that this country will have a very good leader to depend on. You have to say that one time we cannot blame ourselves for very self-destruct. General, sir, please disagree with me if I'm wrong. Because you are more familiar with this kind of an approach. Ang missile base na yan, pag tinanimanan ng Red China yan, I am referring to Red China, not the Chinese that we are living with. They are against this. Red China, lalagyan ng missiles lahat yan. Dudurugin lahat ang kalaban ng demokrasya, kasama ng demokrasya. We, the allies, South Korea, Japan, and Australia, and everybody there, we are going to be the losers of the game because we kept silent. Ang ating bahala na sila, bahala na ang gobyerno dyan. Paano nung ipapamahala sa gobyerno? Wala namang ginagawa. Instead of governing with the consent of the governed, they do against what is the welfare of the consent. They are not doing anything good for us. Thank you very much.
Sabi ko sa inyo kanina, corroborate si Congressman Jing Palas. Jing.
Maraming po salamat. My bro, my good friend way back in UP, si Eric, texted me to join and I'd hurry up kasi mayroon din akong gustong sabihin sana sa sambayanan. Naawa po ako, mga kaibigan, sa gagawin nga naman ni Marojas. He ordered the PNP, in fact narinig ko lang kanina sa interview ngayon, kasalukuyan, si General Servo, na pinabibigyan daw ng kopya ang mga widows or relatives of the victims sa findings ng NBI tungkol kay Marwan. We are giving false hopes to these people. Unang-una, bakit ang FBI ang nag-examine ito? At may kakayahan naman ng Philippine government, we can share. Pangalawa po, the MNLF has announced that Marwan is around. And General Boogie Mendoza can attest to this. Yung dirty finger na yan does not prove anything. You have not, the body may be taken and may be cured, maybe, kasi bakit nung ang mga armed forces nung nagpunta sila doon, bakit walang na-retrieve na body? So ni-retrieve ng MILF at ginamot ngayon. That's a big possibility. Nanonood ba kayo ng mga TV, yung mga anti-terrorism like 24 with Kiefer Sutherland, it's always focused na posibleng mabuhay with technology ngayon. The MILF has retrieved it. The MILF has protected Marwan. So, it's possibility that Marwan may be still alive. And the dirty finger does not conclude that he is dead. And the mission is successful. So, I think the Board of Inquiry should expand its investigation. Patawag nila si Puntanilla ng MNLF. Anong pinagsasabi mong buhay si Marwan? Di ba, boss? Because all the efforts of that dead 44 will go in vain if we are fooling them by saying na, wag na kayo. Actually, Marwan has been killed. He will prevent the killing more of so many. But the truth and in fact, we cannot, yung 44 have died. They died in vain. Kasi hindi naman natin conclusive pa dapat ay na si Marwan. So, yun na pong masasabi ko po dyan na nalulungkot ako na ang gobyerno na naman, si Marojas, and I know for a fact that all these are all alibis na hindi siya alam. Alam ni Marojas ito lahat. Hindi totoo yan, hindi niya alam to eh. Nung doon sila sa Zamboanga, kasama si Marojas, there were 2 briefings eh. How could he not know about this? So, yun lang po ang masasabi ko dyan, na dadagdagan na naman yung sorrow, may false hope na, patay na si Marwan. Hindi naman patay pa eh. Wala. Yung finger eh, DNA lang yan. At saka, bakit ang NBI, ang FBI ang nag-conduct po nito? Maybe we can ask General Mendoza later kung wala bang kakayahan ng Philippine government to determine whether this DNA, Pangalawa, there was a talk also that the Americans were involved in this. So, pwede silang mag-cover up na papalabasin na they will cooperate with the government para yung mga perpetrators nito, the one behind all this makakaligtas. Lalo ngayon, there is now an attempt to cover up the real culprits. Ang issue po ngayon, let me just one more ang issue ngayon, kung nag-resign ba daw si Purisima o hindi ba? That's immaterial kung nag-resign o hindi. Ang tanong, sino bang nag-utos kay Purisima? Kasi ganito po, sabi ni Peñas, he was taking orders from Purisima. Bakit ba is he taking orders when he knows already that Purisima is suspended? So therefore, mayroon pang, alam ni Peñas na mayroon pang 3 pang tao dyan. Kasi hindi naman siya, susunod ba yan si Peñas kung alam niyang suspended si Purisima? So there is a possibility that Peñas also knows who is ordering Purisima. Di ba? Logic will dictate us. So there are now a white license going on, and I hope the Filipino nation will not be fooled by this kind of thing, my dear friends. So, yun lang po ang masasabi ko.
This portion is brought to you by
Elmost Whitening Soap. Narito na sa gustong pumuti at gumanda. Ito ang kasagutan sa problema mo, kapatid. Elmost Whitening Soap sa murang halaga, kutis artista ka na.
Actually, despite sa pressure ng Malacanang, inilukaspay ng Daily Inquirer sa page 15 last Wednesday na very clear doon sa statement ni Napeñas na silang tatlo lamang ang nakakalam ng top secret. Noynoy, Purisima, and Napeñas. Very clear yun. You check it out sa page 15 ng Daily Inquirer. Kaya yung information na since day 1, 26, ay talagang tinutulog agad ng mga ilang opisyal si Noynoy. Okay. Jan Mendoza, please.
Meron akong idadagdag doon sa sinabi niya. Give you an idea. Alam mo ninyo yung meron mo kaming system noon sa investigation ng intelligence. I-check thoroughly yung telephone call exchange ni Pinoy kay Purisima to Napeñas, Napeñas to Pinoy. Magkakaalaman dyan yung link, most especially yung mga oras ng mga alas 2, alas 3, alas 4, alas 5, kung ano parang na yun. Di ka na deny that because that is on record. Pwedeng pasumpuin na ng sino man mag-imbestiga dyan, legally, ng Kongreso o yung Senado, as the case may be. At ang mga service provider yan, makikipag-cooperate. Just to show to the people na they cannot escape the responsibility. Magkakaalaman talaga yan. But we have to be very careful here. Yung mga telepono nila talaga, malaman natin yung number. But dapat hamunin sila doon. Kung hindi sila maging transparent dito, marami silang tinatago. Because I have heard na umuusok ang telepono ni Purisima sa Pinas ng mga alas 5. Ngayon, they have to synchronize that with the President. Kasi hindi ito spekulasyon. Verified naman na nasa Sangkong na sila noon. Si Ucho lang yung principal na anong naiwan sa Manila. So pag dinita yung cellphone records na yan, matatakot sila dyan. Lalong-lalo na yung may verify din yung masumpuin na yung Copeland documents, Transformer, Wolverine, and Exodus. Baka mamaya mayroon pang dyan. X-Men. Oo, ano yun?
Jersey Bolton.
Yung pala yung pinagalitis.
Well, General, lahat naman kasi si Pinoy ang may kasalanan. Alam naman natin yan. Ngayon, ang tanong, anong gagawin ng taong bayan? Ganito na lang ba? Usapan tayo kaliwat na. Tapos wala namang gagawin. Kayo po as dating general at napakalawak po na inyong karanasan sa gobyerno. Ano namang ma-advise niyo sa taong bayan? Hindi naman po kasi pwedeng puro ganito. Puro sisihan. Iisang may kasalanan. Di ba? Parang ano naman tayo? Alam mo sa ibang bansa, wala, binit-bit na yan. Pero bakit dito sa atin walang gumagawa? Sobrang bait ng Pilipino. Bakit po gano'n?
Kung ako mismo, sasama ko sa Aquino resign movement. Totoo po yan. Sa decision yan. Ngayon, nandito naman po yung kaibigan po natin, na nire-respeto po natin. Kasi magulong sa misang motorcade. I hope na magkaroon na ng expert po. Kasi what I'm hearing from the National Police and the Armed Forces, most especially in Mindanao, this is too much. Yes. Because I will be talking to the FOCAC by 11. Gagawa ko ng PowerPoint presentation doon, sasabihin ko talaga yung malalaman ko. And itirahin ko itong principal na involved dito. Ang mensahe ko ay, the President has lost the moral ground, the authority to govern the national security sector. Yes! The boy! He has incompetence that will put into higher risk ang national security sector. Yes. At kinakailangan magsalita yung mga nasa national security sector, Chief ISAP, Director General NICA, sila dapat ang magsabi because they are the silent patriot. Yes. Yan lang po masasabi ko. Yan po masasabi.
Well, General, ano ba ang tamang gawin? Snap election, tanggalin, o mag-resign ang Pangulo?
Mag-resign ang Pangulo, napakadaming claimor po ng voting ng revolutionary government. then all Filipinos talaga dyan magpa-participate. Kasi kung mayroon pang natitira na tutulong sa Pangulong Aquino, they are already un-Filipinos. Hindi na sila Pilipino.
In reaction to that, I'd like to appeal also to General Katapang. I know him so well, Brad Kuyan, na huwag magpagamit. Kasi yung pagtatakip niya kay Presidente na kinausap daw siya 2 beses, so chain of command na daw yan, it has already, hindi chain of command yan. Ang chain of command, nandito sa PNP, dapat si Rojas, dapat si Espina, ang kinakausap niya. Hindi naman operation to ng armed forces eh. So paano magkaroon ng chain of command doon? Pangalawa po, there are now PR people working to capitalize on the statement of General Katapang. I've heard certain commentators dyan sa isang network na, tama pala, si General Katapang has to... No, if indeed, sinasabi ng ating Pangulo kay General Katapang na, you coordinate with PNP, which he did. But that's not the end of it. The PNP was not informed kasi hindi na binigyan yung information si General Katapang. General Katapang said na wala namang coordination eh. Because when he met in December 23 with the PNP, there was no information given to him. Blank wall pa rin ang nangyari. So, in that sense, wala talagang coordination. So, I hope General Katapang of the Chief of the Armed Forces should not allow himself. It is very true na they were really out of the loop in this kind of game. It was purely PNP, and ang nakikita ko dito, si Noynoy Aquino, parang ginagawang lokohan lang yung pag-usap niya kay General Katapang. Kasi ang instruction niya kay PNP, kay Deles, ay, sige lang, huwag mong pasali yung armed forces na nandito nung tayo sa PNP. Yun actually nangyari, my dear friend. So, tama yung sinasabi ni General, but I also appeal to people like General Mendoza na magsalita na rin sila. Because I spoke with Archbishop Cruz, he told me na marami ng grupo. Ang kulang lang daw, Cardinal Sin to unite this group. Sabi ko, Archbishop, ikaw na lang mag-Cardinal Sin, maski hindi ka na masyadong mabalakad, because it's important that there's a rallying point at this point of our time. So, thank you po.
May scoop ako sa inyo. Hindi daw nag-resign si Polisima. Paano yan? So, this will be another, yung sa Department of Health, pagka may gusto siya tanggalin, papalabasin nila nag-resign na. So, para mabilitan mag-resign. So, laki ng problema talaga.
Tama si Attorney Jose Malvar Villegas. Ang mga puti ang tunay na kalaban ng ating lahing kayumanggi sa lantiang pulong ito. Hindi sila titigil hanggat hindi nila maaangking muli ang maharlikang pulong ito. Noon, dumaan tayo sa himagsikan at revolusyon upang labanan ang mga puting umangkin sa lupain natin. Hindi man ganap, pero naitaboy natin sila. Sa kasalukuyan na may demokrasya na, gumamit naman ang mga puting yan ng Biblia at relihiyon, pera at armas. Biblia at relihiyon, isiniksik nila sa kaibuturan ng buto natin ang pananambahan sa Diyos, sa krus at sa Panginoon, na dati ay anito at bathala, na ang kanilang koleksyon ay ipinapalit ng dolyar at inilalabas mula sa ating bansa. Pera, dahil sa crab mentality at korupsyon, nagawang gamitan ng pera ng mga puting yan ang namumuno sa ating bansa upang ibenta sa kanila ang pangangalaga tulad ng dam natin na nakasalalay dito ang ating national security. Armas, may Bangsamoro Firearm Factory sa Maguindanao sa ngayon at puti pa rin ang nasa likod niyan. At kaya malakas ang loob ng mga MILF na yan dahil sa MBA. May backer ako. Ito na ang tamang pagkakataon na pangunahan na ng mga attorney natin ang paggamit ng armas ng Lady Justice, ang espada o krus. Kung paano natin gagawin yun, atin munang pakinggan at panoorin ang ikatlo at huling bahagi ng Balitaan sa Rembrandt, February 6, 2015.
Nawawala agad, galaw-gaw, kay likot-likot tingnan, maliksik.